Hello student, let's start our first lesson on CAD/CAM modeling, and today we will learn on the sketch techniques, fundamentals of the two-dimensional sketch. This part covers the methods and commands to create a sketch used in the part modeling environment. The command and the methods are discussed in the context to the part modeling environment. In NX, you can create a sketch in the two environment, part and sketch task environment. You will learn to create sketches in both the environments. In NX, you create rough sketch and then apply the dimensions and constraints that define its shape and size. Dimensions define the length, size, and angle of the sketch element, where the constraints define the relation between the sketch and element. In this topic, we will learn sketching in the part and sketching in the task environment. Using the constraints, dimensions control the shape and size of the sketch. Learn sketching commands. Then learn commands and options that help you create the sketch easily. So let's start. In order to uh, sketch, select a new file and select the model. We will create firstly simple models. So here you can define the name of your project. For example, sketch techniques. Then from here you can define the folder where you want to save your project. I will remain it as the same and press OK. Creating sketches in an part environment is very easy. So in order to create a sketch, you have to activate the sketch command from here, top left, sketch command, and define the plane on which you want to create the sketch. So sketch and define the plane where you want to draw the sketch. For example, 3 planes. Let's define this plane and press OK. Now you can start drawing sketches on the selected plane. Firstly, we will learn draw commands. NX provides you with a set of commands to create a sketch. These commands are located on the Direct Sketch panel of the Home ribbon. From the Home ribbon, here the Direct Sketch commands. So, if you expand this one, we will see all the draw commands sketches. First, we will learn profile command. This one, profile command. This is the most commonly used command while creating the sketch. To activate this command, click the Home, Direct Sketch, then Profile on the ribbon. Okay, activate the profile. As you move the pointer in the graphic, as you move this here, if you move the point on the graphic window, you will notice that the box is attached to it. It displays X and Y coordinate of the pointer, so X and Y coordinates. To create the line, click in the graphic window, click left mouse, move the pointer and click again, move the pointer and click again. Line is created. After clicking for the second time, you can see that the end point is added and another line segment is created. So another line is created there. It could be horizontal or inclined or vertical and horizontal or inclined. Segment is created. This is the convenient way to create the chain of lines. Continue to click the add more line segment. You can right click, okay, continue like this, continue. You can draw line segments. You can right click in the graphic window and click OK or press escape the keyboard. Okay, right click and press OK in order to escape from the profile command. If you want to add end the chain, you will notice that the profile command is still active. If you notice here, profile command is still active. You can create another chain of the line segment or press escape to deactivate this command. So you can create another chain of the lines, or if you press the escape, we will deactivate the profile command. So we deactivated profile command. The profile command can also be used to draw arcs continuous with the lines. So let's click the profile one more time. Here, if you see there is the arc command on the profile ribbon. So click the arc, then you can create the arc with the profile command. So it is the two way of using the profile. You can draw the line, straight line, horizontal or vertical or inclined line, or you can draw arc in the profile command. So we will deactivate the profile command. To delete the lines, these lines, created lines, select it and press the delete keyboard. So select it and press delete keyboard. To select more than one line, click one multiple line segment. The lines will be highlighted. You can also select multiple lines by dragging a box from the left to right. So dragging box from the left to right. More lines is highlighted, selected and press delete. So also delete this arc. So this is about the arc command. Next sketch command is rectangle. This command creates a rectangle using the three methods. First one is rectangle by the 2 points, and rectangle from the center, and rectangle by the 3 points. So here we will see rectangle command. So select the rectangle and you will see three options as we mentioned: rectangle by 2 points, rectangle by the 3 points, and rectangle from the center. Let's see all of them step by step. Rectangle by 2 points. First one. This method creates a rectangle defining its start and dimensions. So on the rectangle dialog, click the rectangle by 2 points. It's clicked, and then click to define the start point of the rectangle and define the end point of the rectangle. So start point of the rectangle and end point of the rectangle. First point and second point is here. Starting and ending point of the rectangle. Rectangle is created. Next is rectangle by the 3 points. This one. This method creates an inclined rectangle. The first 2 points define the width and inclination angle of the rectangle. The third point defines its height. So we can create the inclined rectangle by this method. So the first 2 points define its width and inclination, first and second, and its third point define its height. So first point, second point, and third point. Inclined rectangle is created. Also we can create a straight rectangle like this using this method. Next method to create a rectangle is a rectangle from center. This method creates a rectangle by defining the 3 points: center of the rectangle, first point, and the midpoint, and last point is end point of the height. So activate the rectangle from the center. Activated. Then we will specify the center of the rectangle. Move the pointer and click to define the width and orientation angle of the rectangle. Then move the pointer and click to define the height of the rectangle. So we will define the center, move the pointer to define the orientation and angle and the width of the rectangle. Then click again and move to define the height of the rectangle. The same as the rectangles by 3 points, we can define the rectangle using this method, inclined rectangle. That's all. Okay, press the escape in order to deactivate the rectangle command. So this is the methods how to create the rectangles using the 3 points. You can create the rectangle, straight rectangles or inclined rectangles as you wish. So select the rectangles, press the delete, select this one and select the last one. So this is about how to create the rectangles. So next command is a circle. Here, next command is a circle. The circle command can be created using the two methods. So activate the circle command. Okay, circle command can be created by the two methods. First is the circle by the 3 points and circle by the 3 points and circle by the center. So circle by the center or diameter. This is the most common way to draw the circle. Activate the circle command. So activate the circle by the center. Click to define the center of the point, center of the circle. So click and click again to define the diameter of the circle. Okay, drag and drop the mouse and define the diameter. So circle by the center and diameter is created. First point, center point, and here radius or diameter is defined. Next method of to create the circle is a circle by the 3 points. This method create the circle by using the 3 points. So activate the circle by the 3 points. Here activated. Then select the 3 points from the graphic window. You can also select the existing points from the sketch geometry. The first 2 points define the location of the circle and third point defines its diameter. So first, second defines its location, third point defines its diameter. So this is the circle created by the 3 points method. So circles are created. Press the escape in order to deactivate the circle command. Select the circles one by one and delete. Select this one and delete. Now next step is to learn arc command from the sketch techniques. So arc is here. This method, the arc method creates the arc using the two methods. First one arc with the 3 points and second one's arc with the center. This arc with the 3 points, this method creates an arc defining its starting, ending and radius. So let's activate the arc with the 3 points. It's activated. Then click to define the start point of the arc. So this is the start point of the arc. Click again to define the end point. This is the end point. And after defining the start and end point of the arc, you need to define the size and position of the arc. Move the pointer and click to define the radius and position of the arc. So move the pointer to define the position and the radius. So arc is created with the 3 points. First point is here, second point is here, and third point is here. So next is arc with the center. This method creates an arc defining its center, start and end point. So activate the center arc is activated. Click to define the center point. Center point is defined. Next, to move the pointer and you will notice that the dotted line appears between the center and the pointer. So dot line is appeared. This line is the radius of the arc. Now click to define the start point of the arc and move the pointer. You will notice that the arc is drawn from the start point. Once the arc appears the way you want, click to define its end point. So click and draw arc. So arc is created by the center. So this is the two methods how to create the arc. Okay, press escape to deactivate the arc command. So select first an arc and delete. Okay, delete it and select and delete. So next step is to draw the polygon command. So if you expand the sketch curve, you will see here the polygon symbol. This is the sketch techniques to draw the polygon. This command provides a simple way to create the polygon with any number of sides. So activate the polygon. Here is activated. So and click in the graphic window to define the center of the polygon. So click here, center of the polygon is defined. As you move the pointer away from the center, you will see the preview of the polygon. Okay, here we will see the preview of the polygon. To change the number of the sides of the polygon, just click the number of size boxes on the dialog and enter the new number. Here we have 6 number of the polygon, so we can maybe change it to the 8 and so press the enter. We will see here the polygon size increased from the 6 to 8. Next, so now you have to define the size of the polygon. On the dialog, the size menu has 3 options to define the size of the polygon. Here in the size, we have 3 options. First one in inscribed radius, second one circumscribed radius, and the side length. For example, if you select the inscribed radius, the pointer will be one of the flat side of the polygon. So if you select the circumscribed radius, for example, polygon, the vertex of the polygon will be attached to the pointer. Click in the window to define the size angle of the polygon. You can also define the size and angle of the polygon by entering the values in the radius and rotation boxes. Here we can define the radius, for example the 200. Press the enter, and the rotation, for example 90 degrees. It will become in the 90 degrees. So you see, press escape and delete polygon. That's about the polygon. Next command is the ellipse command. Here, if you expand the sketch, we will see the ellipse. This command creates an ellipse using the center point and major and minor axes. So activate the ellipse. It's activated. Then click to define the center of the ellipse. On ellipse dialog, type in value in major radius and minor radius. We can write here the type value. For example, the major radius is 80 and the minor radius, for example, 35. It's arbitrary. So on ellipse dialog, so we will type the values in major and minor radius. You can also drag the arrows attached to the ellipse to define the major and minor radius. So click here. So ellipse is created. We can drag and drop in order to define the major and minor radiuses in the ellipse. So you can also write here the exact values. On the dialog, or we can also type in angle of the ellipse. Here the angle is, for example, we can write here it was 0.45. You see the angle of the ellipse is 45 degrees. Press OK. Ellipse is created. Select the ellipse, press delete. For today's lesson is the last command is studio spline command. So here you see, if you expand, we will see the studio spline command. This command creates a smooth B-spline curve using two different methods, through the points and by poles. B-spline are non-uniform curves which are used to create smooth shapes. So activate it. We have two methods of creating spline studio. So through the points and by poles. Let's see the through the poles. So activate it and we can create the B-spline the curve. So this is apply and it's created, and second we can create by the poles. They are almost the same. Okay, this was the is created. This is the about the first lesson, how to create the simple objects, simple sketches in the NX environment. From the next lesson we will see how to put the dimension for this kind of sketch and how to put the constraints in this kind of sketch and making more complex sketches. See you on next lesson.